Hey all, test. Alright, we got another arena game. I'm gonna send out stream announcements, and yeah. I have a pretty good table here, so this could be a tricky one. This could be a tricky one to win. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, we have a game here against BJ Freak, Crystal Maiden, who's rated very highly now, and Zuppy. BJ Freak's pretty good. Crystal Maiden is on a run. They're playing super well. They're higher rated than us, which is rare to run into. So it's unfortunate because Crystal Maiden's in the best seat. That could matter. Zuppy might do too many bad things. But looking at this pack, Woodcart I think is actually pretty strong in general. So I like Woodcart. And then the best occupation is Chimney Sweep. But if I'm going to be rushing Ox for Woodcart, there's some nice synergy with Furniture Maker potentially here. So I'm going to go with that. And I could come to regret that, but we'll see. Stork's Nest Furniture Maker Woodcart has some possibilities. I don't know if I want to commit to those possibilities, but it could be an interesting line. The best occupation here is Plow Driver, and there's really nothing else particularly close. So I probably take Plow Driver. Education bonus is also tempting with Furniture Maker. Plow Driver doesn't go as well with the Stork's Nest game plan because I probably only need to grow once. It also makes the Woodcart just a little less good because you could use Woodcart for a bunch of wood rooms. Also, Canoe being here, Woodcart, Canoe, Harpooner actually is kind of a thing. As much as I regret to possibly announce that that's a thing, it actually kind of would be. I don't know if we get the Harpooner back though. And I'm not convinced I want to actually take Canoe here, but God, I'm not actually like this is one of the rare cases where Canoe's actually okay because of Woodcart. The extra reed and extra food can make building a lot of rooms go well, but then I kind of need the Stork's Nest for that game plan to like really explode. Because then I could build a bunch of rooms and still grow into them. God, and I need a ton of food. There's a lot of dreaming going on here. Education bonus probably. I'm going to be playing a lot of Ox early. Am I actually going to play... Do I even need the field with Plow Driver? Am I playing enough Ox? God, am I possibly second picking a Canoe? With Woodcart, Canoe's way more viable, though. All right, let's... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, team. Wood experts even more wood in a game where I'm not trying any more wood. This is an easy lettuce patch though. Lettuce patch 100%. Somewhere to sow some crops in. Excellent. Wood cutter. I could have even more wood. I could have some extra stone. That sounds good. I do kind of like cowherd for later. On the wheel, like cowherd or seed seller out of this pack is actually kind of nice. But this is probably wood expert canoe, wood expert woodcart. Your audio's been a bit low the last two streams? Oh, weird. Okay. I don't know why, but we could just up the volume a bit. You have to crank yours. That's fine. I can change mine. Okay. Yeah, we'll change mine just a little. There we go. I'm not that much louder, but a bit louder. Anyhow, yeah, I think this has to be Wood Expert. I mean, Wood Expert asks me to find even more food, so that's great. We might give up Furniture Maker depending on what the rest of our hand is. We'll see. Yeah. We're definitely trying to pursue growth with this hand. And then probably eventually trying to plow drive some fields. Getting past a plow is what the real dream is here, but that's probably hoping for too much. We have so much wood. I do want a joinery eventually. Definitely want a joinery. Wow, we get a manservant. That manservant's pretty good here, right? Manservant's like a big reason to just do the plow driver nonsense. Anyhow. So we take manservant. The downside of manservant is that it makes the early game hitting 3 ox for woodcart a little bit harder. It also still means the woodcart's a little awkward because, like, I mean, it's still fine. It's just not as good. But small greenhouse with wood expert's quite good. Shepherd's crook is always fine. Hard porcelain can make the renovation a lot easier because you just need to get big clay stacks instead of having to get wood. Yeah, I'm still not actually sure what I'm doing with this hand for sure, because basically the issue is like wood expert furniture makers like, hey, play all your ox and like do this dumb canoe shit that I took, and woodcart is all saying like, hey, build a big house, and manservant plow driver saying, hey, just 3-room it really fast and be happy. Anyhow, small greenhouse has to be good. I'm not totally sure when I play it is the slight issue, but even small greenhouse, just a point and like a late veg has to be okay. I forgot there was a schnapps distiller in the draft that might come to me. Schnapps distiller is a possible way to help make sure that we actually feed. Stable master hedgekeeper. That's the wrong stable thing. You want stable hand. This is stable master. Um, yeah, you're thinking of stable hand. Although stable hand is in this draft, so somebody could go for it. But with woodcart, I just don't care. Wood field, threshing border, all fine. Acorns is also okay, especially if I actually play this damn canoe. I'll have extra read. Aquwise, I am generally a fan of Stable Master, and it does give me a way to breed animals early, even if I can't get stables up fast. It also is an occupation I'm not sad about playing kind of early. Like, currently, I'm playing Furniture Maker and Wood Expert. God, I'm adding so much wood to the game. I really want a joinery. I maybe should have kept the Stone Cutter. Although, who knew for sure? God, this has been tough. Scythe Worker does just give me a grain. I don't hate just giving a grain. I don't hate Schnapps Distiller giving me some feeding options if I get food tight. And I don't hate Stable Master giving me food options in terms of breeding animals. It's possible that just Wood Expert into the 2 Stone House Ox into Woodcart is fine and go for like a late Woodcart. It's definitely possible that that's just better. And just ignore Furniture Maker because I don't need the extra wood. Yeah, it's very possible that that's better. I am thinking this is an Acorns Basket. Acorns Basket is potential food, and probably just long-term feeding off a hearth is good here. You think you just play the Stonehouse Ox early. I think it's hard to play Manservant and Plow Driver early just to unlock Woodcart. I'm not a big fan of playing those occupations. Like, I think that's a lot of tempo loss. Spending 2 actions just to get Woodcart going, plus playing Woodcart, is a lot. I think you need occupations that are doing stuff early if you're going to play Woodcart. Which, if I need Ox that do stuff early, it has to be Stable Master here. Um, Seasonal Worker came back. I forgot there was a Seed Trader in the draft. I don't actually think I have enough food for Seed Trader, but I guess you never know. I did also forget there's a Muckrake. Muckrake is actually reasonably good here. Um, well, it's probably not that good, right? I mean, maybe Muckrake's fine. Muckrake might work out because, like, I definitely should have the wood to build stables. I mean, I don't need Clearing Spade. Although Clearing Spade also could be good. Oh god, do I need Clearing Spade? Hey Gordon. I've made an awkward draft, and I don't know how I feel about anything. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. If I remembered that seasonal worker was possibly going to wheel, taking the schnapps distiller out of the last pack would have actually been a lot more viable too. Day laboring for veggies becomes a lot more reasonable, but God, everything is. I've made everything slightly awkward here. Do I really want seed trader muckrake? I probably do. I mean, muckrake. How am I filling out my farm? I have a room. I have 3 stables. I'm gonna get like 4. I guess I could go for 3 rooms, 5 fields, fenced tight, and 3 stables outside. It's actually, yeah, that's not bad. And then muckrake is ceiling. Okay, I do like that. And then, am I ever actually seed trading for crops? Probably not. Things would have to go very well for that to happen. But could things go very well food wise? Maybe. Somebody did take the harpooner, by the way, so this canoe becomes a lot less good. Somebody also took the words. They took the stork's nest. So somebody else is potentially doing stork's nest things. Um, I think this has to be truffle slicer. With acorn's basket in hand, like I don't even necessarily have to take a pig's action in order to get the boar. And then I have like woodcart. I mean, actually, again, food wise, fueling all this is tricky. Um, this gives me a grain, which is okay, and it opens up some ways to have a baking game. This could just be a lot of extra cow food, earlier breeding cows. If I get a ton of actions, but when am I ever getting a ton of actions? I mean, I'm probably 3 rooming. I'm not planning to 4 room. Oh, I could 4 room still. Gosh, I don't know, team. So many things we could do. Am I ever actually doing grain stuff? Even just playing an Ock for a grain is pretty good, though. Yeah, it has to be seed seller. Seed seller's just good. Cowherd's only kind of fine. Okay. Um, yeah, what's the actual game plan here? I don't know. Everything's awful. You've been so low on truffle. Yeah, I agree. Truffle just like rarely. Yeah, I generally agree. Econ shot, I actually don't take truffle much anymore either, but I definitely didn't need thick forest. So like thick forest was not needed. I get reedstone food first round. I'm gonna just take reedstone food rather than rush woodcart. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna actually rush woodcart here. I don't think my early ox do enough, and I don't actually think. I think just taking reedstone foods is best. Cultivator, yeah, cultivator is a little scary. Cultivator is suggesting that we might have a big country in the game, which does then make me tempted to push for faster growth because there's less value in plow driver. We passed woodcutter to a weak player. They played it. Shock, shock, shock. We do see early sheep. Early sheep means that I probably could get 2 clay here and think about playing stable hand. All of that's very welcome. Um, I'm assuming BJ Freak plows, so I assume I get 2 clay here, and then sheep flip early. Oh wow, he's starting. Okay, sure. Private forest. Uh, I'm never really a big fan of private forest, but I'm happy being second. And I'm also very happy taking 2 clay with early sheep and food problems in my hand. Um, It's all good now. I mean, the fact that it's probably not big country. It still could be big country, but if it is big country, private forest is a mistake compared to just plowing. Um, but yeah, I'm a fan of Teal starting here though. This is a fine enough start. No major flips yet, but that's okay. What am I doing? Am I playing furniture maker? Or am I just taking 3 wood here? No, taking 3 wood's not as good. I should just play furniture maker. I should play, or should I just play wood expert? Wood expert, stable master. A furniture maker has to be worth the action. If I'm going to play, I plan to play wood expert. I plan to play stable master. I can always play seed seller for the grain action. Even with wood cart, furniture maker is still just like a 6 wood plus action. I mean, it kind of negates part of the need for woodcart, but like, I think it's fine. I play furniture maker here. That opens up playing stable master. I don't need wood expert that fast because like I don't actually plan to rush the canoe or anything. I have so much wood in this hand. I really don't need to take wood actions for quite a while, I think. So I think this is fine. Um, yeah, I think this is fine. I might have to just take 2 wood on the wheel, but I'm hoping Teal wants to plow on the wheel, and then I get another Ock or something. I mean, if I get 3 wood, 2 reed, or Ock back, that'd be sweet instead of having to take 2 wood. But oh my gosh, hello. Welcome Raiders. Welcome Raiders. Jess CCG. Thank you for the raid. We are playing BGA Agricola over here. We're in arena mode with some good players. Hello everybody. You got to be worth it to play Furniture Maker. You think in general, if you're planning on playing 4 Ox or more, it's worth it, even if it's only 4 wood. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at, Econ Sean. Like, I don't even plan to abuse Furniture Maker. I don't necessarily want to play expensive Ox, but just getting trickles of wood here is got to be fine. Teal gets the 2 reed back. Crystal Maiden takes 3 wood instead of 2 reed. That's interesting. I just take 2 wood here. I have no desire to start player yet. 2 wood's a little underwhelming. God, is day labor ever correct here? Nah, 2 wood's fine. But you saw him playing Agricola BJ. You thought you'd send your community over here. Well, thanks much. Yeah, I play sporadically. Well, I do a lot of Agricola streams lately, but I don't have a set time. But thanks all for the couple of follows that are happening here. Yeah, if you guys enjoy Agricola, there's a lot of other good Agricola streamers out there in the world too. Um, what were you guys all playing? I don't necessarily know what you stream. Red takes 2 clay. That's a little annoying because that puts pressure on me getting the fireplace. So hopefully Major flips next round because I'd still really like the first fireplace. Wow, if there is a big country player, it's starting to look like it's purple. Purple might have big country. Purple's just taken wood and plowed. Major does flip. Purple is the big country player. Green catchy. Yep. You were playing Welcome to the Moon. Interesting. That's cool. That sounds cool. All right, Teal's playing an Ock. It's a charcoal burner. That is at the right time because I will go reward that right now. I am going to fireplace. Give me this fireplace. I want the sheep. Not taking reedstone food here is a little painful. Like, I could just be pushing room parts, but I think I want this food long term. Furniture is slowish wood. Woodcutter is slowish wood. Care to elaborate why one is much preferred over the other? Yeah. So that's a great question, Gary Fiskin. One of the things that I think I need to stress more about why woodcutter is not great is woodcutter gives you the wood at exactly the times you don't really need it. It gives you wood when you're already taking wood. The reason that furniture maker and like stuff like cultivator is a lot stronger is because it gives you wood when you're doing other things, which is great because now you can do other things and still get wood. Um, that has a lot more like synergy and effects than you'd think compared to like woodcutter. Um, so yeah, that's basically the big difference. Good luck with the rest of the game. You got some stream cleanup. Yeah, indeed, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks. See you around. Hey, it's looking very big country now. We see a small scale farmer. It's a little disappointing because I really wanted to play stable hand before taking the sheep. I think I'm just taking 3 wood here and trying to play stable hand next round into the sheep. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this has to just be 3 wood. Nobody really has room parts together yet, is the other awkward thing. Like, maybe it might be right for me just to take 3 wood and then try for a reed stack and then just take the sheep and ignore stable hand and just be ready to build a room and grow. I mean, that's almost gotta be correct. Like, just being ready to do the first room thing's very good. I mean, this action has to be 3 wood, though. There's nothing else good, so. Um, yeah, there's nothing else good enough here for me. The small scale far like this almost has to be big country. Big country being in the game really starts to push me towards thinking about making sure to like build to 4 rooms before doing plow driver. Manservant and plow driver are like a lot of value, but it's possible I could drop them here. Like, there's a lot of food with early sheep in big country. Like, that's a lot of food added to the game and a lot of potential growth added to the game. Like, if this player is not contesting reed, my biggest hang up on building more rooms is eliminated, as in the reed pressure's not there. Red is a weak player, so like having just BJ Freak and I pushing for the early growth, I'm like if growth flips early, I probably need to push to 4, if not 5 rooms. But we'll see. Um, Red doesn't know what they're doing here, so that's yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, you like pushing rooms with woodcart in hand? Yeah, I mean, I agree, Gordon. Like building rooms is great when you have extra. Like I have so much extra wood. Spending it on rooms is like the best way to spend that wood. So just kind of ignoring plow driver is probably fine. Yeah. I mean, this game's never going to be that wood tight though. Like this is never going to be very wood tight. Um, this like there's a woodcutter, there's a small scale farmer, there's a cultivator. There's so much wood. I agree. Like Econ John's right. There's no way it's wood tight, but I can generate a lot of wood, so I really do want the joinery. Like trying to get the joinery is almost certainly an important thing for me this game because there should be so much wood. It's possible woodcart's not even gonna be that good for me, which is kind of disappointing. But it's gonna be food tight. I don't know if it's even gonna be that food tight, right? If this is actually big country, well, I guess the thing is, big country player's gonna have food. I'm gonna have food. But currently, red doesn't have food, and teal's private forest is still causing them food problems. Like teal probably has to open for food here. Um, I'm gonna just take reedstone food and be ready to build. But hey, Gonzo, welcome. I've been really good. Life's good. No complaints here. Decided it was time for your triumphant return. Well, thank you. Returning is great. Teal does just take the takes the needed food, so I think I do have to just go reedstone food here and just be ready to build a room. Nobody else is ready. If growth flips early, I'm heavily rewarded. I can go into Aking soon. So private forest always causes issues early with food. It combos with the fact that you want a lot of food and nobody else has ways to feed yet. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm obviously not a private forest fan at all. I think people play it way too much. It seems good because yes, it gives you a lot of wood, but it gives you a lot of wood like really late when you don't really need it anyhow because you kind of want to already be fenced, and then it gives you terrible food. Like the food tempo is bad enough. Teal had to take a food action because they played private forest. Outside of that, the real problem, in my opinion, is that private forest really makes your stage 2 feeding awful, and that's kind of where teal's at here too. Like, yes, teal figured out stage 1 well enough; they got a 4 food action, but teal still needs another food action now in stage 2, which is just like kind of that's like I think the real tax from private forest is yeah, just kind of like game long food tempo problems. It often won't kill you stage 1, but I think it can put a real cramp on you in stage 2. Occasionally it's fine. Occasionally you have a lot of food in your game plan, and then private forest is fine. But like you gotta know that you have a lot of food, and I'm not convinced that teal has shown that they do. But that's fine. Red's kind of red is kind of a slow player, but they're also newer and weaker, so it's good for them to think through stuff. Um, I kind of do need to take the sheep. Oh, I don't necessarily need to take the sheep here. Huh, I have enough food with Reedstone food. I could play Stable Hand as my second action here and then still take the sheep next round, which would be great. Red is screwed on feeding. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I see. That's the real problem. Red is screwed on feeding. Red might have to try to hearth here, and then I will take the sheep pile. I mean, I'm not letting red have the sheep. Um, yeah, but red's going to attempt it. Okay, I have to take the sheep, which means BJ Freak is going to still be able to build in front of me, unfortunately. BJ Freak can take a wood stack here. Um, yeah, BJ Freak's going to get to take wood and then build in front of me. Oh, that's an awkward fork. I don't think I can let red have the sheep, though. It's like such food tempo for me. But I don't love BJ Freak having the room in front of me. Ah, but it's fine. I have second room locked up here. Like, whatever. I get to build second this game, like always. Yeah, they are gonna beg. Red is just gonna straight up beg, but whatever. They put themselves in this position. They could have taken 3 food and they took clay last round. Like, these things happen. And yep, they're gonna take an early beggar. Uh, Purple is gonna continue big country life. Purple looks like they have a pretty easy big country if nobody's gonna start plowing, and who's gonna start plowing. So always a concern too that purple's gonna just have too strong of a game. I'm gonna be offered 6 clay here, and I don't even know if I can take it. Like, I mean, I can technically take it, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'm also gonna be offered 3 reed, but I think it's time for me just to start ocking. God, it might be time for me just to take 6 clay though. 6 clay is like such a long-term benefit, but it's really just good for renovating for me. I mean, I do eventually want to renovate though. Like, I could still plow driver in a late growth game here, and we do see stone thus far. I mean, it also means that I need reed, but although, this is awkward. If I don't take the reed here, red could take the reed and then start player into build on me and just make me sad. Not that that's a great sequence. Not playing my ox is a little sad too, but I guess we'll get to it soon enough. Okay, is 3 reed ever good enough? Not really. I'd rather just keep taking reedstone food. If only I could 2 food ock. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I could take Reed here, that expensive Ock wood expert into double build. Yeah, that would be sweet, but I can't. I think I'm gonna take the 6 clay. I might regret this later, but 6 clay is such like it's weird. I don't know, like I don't know if I should be pushing rooms in growth or if I should be setting up for the reno. Okay, red doesn't punish me by taking the 3 reed, so that's really all we needed to have happen there. That's great. Now I can just Ock. I probably do just play wood expert. Um, yeah, just playing Wood Expert here next sounds good is my next action. I mean, 3 read is still a good action too if I want to try to double build, but I think I'm just gonna Ock. I don't really. The only way that I want 3 read is probably if growth flips next round, and then I try to set up a double build. In which case, if growth flips next round, I just take 4 read possibly. I don't know. Like, this game's just not going to be that read tight, it looks like. So, I mean, I guess Teal could take a huge read stack. Oh, Teal can build again. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. I missed that. Well, shit, team. That is misery. Okay. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. Okay, I missed that this was a possibility. I was supposed to ignore 6 clay because I'm supposed to be ready to start player, but I don't want to start player here. But Teal's gonna open next round with just building another room, which is gonna be really bad if growth flips. God, how bad is it? It's kind of bad. Oh, that's a troublesome position to be in. Still confused why Teal even played Cultivator, by the way. Hasn't even used it, but still is in position to build another room. Gosh, that sucks. Oh, Teal's been start player the whole game, and it's been good for them. I mean, it's been good for me too. I have good things, but yikes. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm probably supposed to start player to build, but I'm just not gonna. Just not gonna. Gonna refuse. Storks? I mean, somebody might have Storks, but I don't know who. Like, if Teal has Stork's Nest, they need to play a lot more Ox, so. Oh, wow, this is going to be fence here. I think this is not the right way to play Big Country, so I'm a big fan. I missed that they plowed first action rather than taking wood. I don't agree with Big Country this way. Like, you're missing a field, and now you have to fence again later. And you still are only getting a round 6 big country. Like, I don't think that's good enough. Hey, it is late growth. Late growth is bad news for Everybody but the big country player. It's extra bad news for teal getting to grow twice, so I'm a big fan of that result. Teal is going to just room block, though, which is pretty expected, so that's fine. That's fine. What am I doing about it? I think I'm just taking Reedstone. Oh, I need to build before I renovate. That part's awkward. Teal could decide to start player to build the next room, or not teal. Red could start player to build the next room. I basically need to. I actually need to start player. I am supposed to start player into build room next round into re-up start player because otherwise teal's gonna double grow. And red could grow in front of me, and I do care about growing second this game. I mean, the stacks are gonna be insane shortly. Yeah, I need to not let teal double grow. So we're gonna get a small greenhouse out. And we're paying a food for it. Then I'm gonna ock on the wheel. Good thing food matters. Yeah. You think they always get to grow in 7 and 9? Yeah, probably. They almost certainly are gonna grow 7 and 9, but I think that's fine. I don't think that's a big issue. I think it's okay for them to grow 7 and 9. Also, a small greenhouse here is actually quite good, and then being able to ock into build room into start player woodcart into grow lettuce patch or something is a fine enough sequence. Oh, the free greenhouse? Yeah, small greenhouse is very good with wood expert. So that's also very helpful. Hopefully they don't have 4 and 8 trident. I mean, if they have 4 and 8, go for it. Please, please, by all means, go 4 and 8 and like make family growth later easier for me to achieve or something. I mean, honestly, the big problem here is that Crystal Maiden is a very highly rated player and has late growth big country, so that part sucks. Crystal Maiden at least has to major minor the big country, so that part's good. I did forget about that too. Start player was probably really important for me because if I didn't start player, yeah, if I didn't start player, I was like really not getting anywhere because Crystal Maiden was going to start player otherwise. But there's the big country, obviously. Red still has no food, but played a green grocer, so could generate food on grain seeds. That's fine. I mean, the board is just going to become so juiced. The woodcart really isn't going to be that good, which is a bummer. Like, there's just so much wood, but God, I also really would love to actually have breeding sheep, but I'm not going to have breeding sheep here probably because I just don't even have the actions for it. Even if I play Stable Master here, it goes Stable Master, maybe takes the sheep, but it doesn't matter. I play Stable Master. I have to build and start next round, almost certainly. Well, assuming teal feeds themselves here by just taking 3 food or something. If teal doesn't feed themselves, I guess I could try to get away with it, but it's so scary because if anybody else start players for teal, I'm in trouble. Teal's just gonna plow for some food though. Okay, that's fine, but also doesn't actually feed them for sure. I mean there is just a 4 wood action, but with woodcart options, I don't think that's important. I think I'm supposed to just play Stable Master. Oh, am I causing myself food problems by the way? I can eat my sheep still. I mean, I'm creating long-term food problems for myself, I guess. But meh, we'll live with it. We'll live. We'll make it. We'll make it through. I would really like to take the sheep next round, though. I would love to build room and take the sheep instead of having to start player to grow. And then I could just grow with the woodcart the round after. That would be so glorious. Also, I'm going to build 2 stables here. Building 2 stables is going to be good for my muckrake. I will have 3 stables for muckrake. And then still can fence tight later and go for the 5 fields. Wow, the sheep go... Okay, the sheep go to big country. Duh, of course. Well, I'm not getting the sheep, but I guess I guarantee growth this way at least. I'm going to have my own bad food problems. That's great. That's great of me. Yeah, Wood Expert allows me to still play the woodcart though, so we're gonna do this, but yeah, our food is now our food's now tight. But oh well, we'll try to make it through. I'm not really gonna renovate on time this game either. Probably. Like my reno tempo is pretty bad at the moment. Canoe might be. Oh, like starting with canoe or growing with canoe. Crystal Maiden's gonna get the well. Hate to see that, but it's gonna happen. The reed lets me reno or acorns. Yeah, I agree with all of that. Okay, do I start player here? Oh yeah, teal can start player for growth, so I have to start. Well, that's annoying. I actually can't play canoe. I don't have the food for canoe unless I skip woodcart. Um, Yikes! Do I even need woodcart? Oh, I mean this wood is insane. This game. There's so much wood, King of God. Like, and the growth queue is completely wrecked because nobody got to build a room until round 5. So everything got really screwy this game. Everything got really screwy. Um. Okay. Yeah, I gotta start player, otherwise teal grows. God, do I need to grow that bad? I kind of do. I do wish I could play canoe, but I can't. I'd still play the woodcart too, I think, and just ignore canoe, but my food's gonna be messy. No veggie until round 10. Yeah, veggie could also help, but I have to pay for the veggie. So, I don't know, there's all sorts of troubles. There's all sorts of troubles in my world, but we'll make do. Red's gonna renovate, which makes sense. There might be, yeah, the wood actions are going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane wood actions this game. Everything's just nutty still at the moment. I don't I don't particularly love my position. I don't hate it, but I think I'm in trouble compared to the big country player, and I'm probably in trouble compared to teal. Um, Cube cutter for purple. I mean, cube cutter for big country is fun, but big country doesn't have infinite food. It has a lot of food, but we'll see. There's also, yeah, just gonna be a chill 8 wood action next round. Like, this game's absurd. This game's absurd. Yeah, there's gonna be, well, yeah, for me it's a 10 wood action, but gotta grow. Gotta grow. It's too important to grow. Just grow with lettuce patch, obviously. I don't have the food or wood for anything else, so gotta be lettuce patch here. But luckily, lettuce patch is still a very good miner, so it's nice that we have good things to be playing. And then yeah, I mean, 5 food traveling players looks pretty good for me. Otherwise, maybe even just 4 food fishing. I mean, if somehow 8 wood comes back, I probably just have to take it. But like with wood cart and everything, like I just don't need wood at the moment. Um, my reno tempo is not great for plow driver, but even if I get like 3 fields out of plow driver, that's still pretty good. If 10 wood wheels, it would be pretty cool, but I'd be pretty surprised if 10 wood comes. I assume, like, to be honest, I assume Crystal Maiden, like, Crystal Maiden has a I guess Crystal Maiden with small scale, maybe. I mean, 8 wood does not make it past purple, right? Like, you gotta take the wood here if you're purple. And then you probably just fence this round. I mean, maybe you build the well. I don't know. You have a lot. It's whatever. No shot of me getting 8 wood. Yeah, I'd be really shocked if I get 8 wood. It would be really unlikely, but Red probably should be building or trying to start build, although Red's food is still iffy too. But well, not that iffy. They have a veg in hand. They're fine. Yeah, I need food. I need food. I'd really like to get 5 food and then be able to take one of the animal pairs next round. Yeah, like 5 food into the sheep next round is really the dream. Breed the sheep. But we'll see what I'm allowed. Um, the wood stacks are insane, and I just don't really have time for them. That part's the awkward part, but like I just don't really need the wood stacks. And the wood's like always gonna still pile pretty highly this game. There's so much wood. Red's gonna just take the 8 wood. Okay, that's fine. Or the 9 wood. Yeah, they have wood cutter. Ugh. All right, so much wood. I really should try to get the joinery, but I might get joinery blocked instead. We'll see. Purple has another Ock. Pastor. Okay, purple's gonna renovate. Renovate to the well or the joinery. That's fine. I am gonna be offered a wood stack probably, but I still think I gotta just take 5 food. I think I gotta just take 5 food. I mean, 3 reedstone food. There's good options, but if I don't take 5 food, I think there's too much food pressure in my corner at the moment. Teal also might just want 5 food here. Teal has a lot of food pressure, assuming they want to try to grow. Five food is like kind of more important than 8 wood at the moment, yeah. Like I can get wood later. Teal's gonna just build another room? I don't like Teal, buddy, where's your food? I don't understand, Teal. You need food, Teal. You need food to fuel this nonsense. You're trying to grow again. Teal can just build another room, I guess, and guarantee themselves grow next round. But you don't think anybody's taking animals on me? I mostly agree, Gordon. Like I don't think anybody. I think I might just get both animal pairs next round, which would actually be incredibly good. If I could get the sheep and the boar next round, I'm very happy. My reno tempo is absolute trash, but my breeding tempo will be amazing at that point, and I'll take that trade honestly. Um, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if I get breeding sheep and breeding pigs, yeah, I'd be pretty thrilled about that sequence. Yeah, the reno tempo with plow driver is not good. Um, this game. I mean, what really went wrong? I was second forever. It's just yeah, the build queue definitely went wrong. Um, I mean, I'm sitting in the wrong seat slightly because red's been doing a lot of bad things, and purple is not contesting the usual stuff, and so teal is teal. I mean, is just in the best seat because everybody's passing a lot of stuff down the line, but. Oh, purple can't renovate yet. That's hilarious because yeah, they can't renovate because red didn't build a room. Red not building a room's unfortunate though. Teal could just build a room here, um, and lock in growth next round. Although teal building a room is probably not that good for them. I mean, it's a 5-room house, but they still have no food. I don't know. Whatever. Red not building there is pretty bad, but hey, red has all the wood, so congrats. I might just get to open next round with a wood action, and I might still just ignore it. Like, I might get offered 6 wood, and I still think I might. I just don't know if I care. Like, I think the sheep are that good that I'm just going to take the sheep. And I might even just take the boar. I might not take the boar just because I could take Reedstone food into Reno. Like, Reedstone food into Reno might just be better for me because of the Reno tempo on Plow Driver. So I'm gonna have to think about taking the boar next round, but like sheep, reedstone food, reno is a very good sequence for me next round. Like just renovate hearth. Nothing wrong with that. Teal takes reedstone food. Teal's just gonna build a BMW? Teal doesn't even Teal doesn't even have to build a room to grow. Duh. Okay. Red's gonna fence 24. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Heroic Logic, welcome. We're playing a weird ass game of Agricola. It is weird, weird, weird. Yeah, I'm offered 6 wood, and I'm not taking it. I'm taking the sheep. The sheep feed me, and they breed. So I'm just taking the sheep. Taking the sheep. You played Zolka this weekend. You found it really enjoyable. You read my BG review. Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I don't even know when I wrote that BGG review, so it's a little weird, right? My BGG review skills have increased over the years as I've played more games and thought more deeply about stuff. Um, I still think Zulkin's pretty good, but I don't know. I don't love Zulkin, I guess. Yeah. It was 5 6 years ago. Yeah, exactly. I don't that's what I was gonna say. I don't think my Zulkin comments are probably that great. Hey, red is just gonna be a wood machine and take all the wood out of the game. This is unfortunate. Like red's at least a good enough player to understand 6 wood's a good action, but like they this is what's weird. Like I just ignored 6 wood because it wasn't important. Like it's just not important to me this game. Like I want wood, but it's not as important as the other stuff. And unfortunately, Red also doesn't realize that. Red does not need 29 wood. Like, literally, they did not need that wood. But I have seen somebody have more. I played a game. This was quite a while. I don't know if anybody else is gonna. Teal takes the food off bottom feeding, which makes sense. The pigs are here, but I think I think my reno queue is more important. I think I gotta be renovating, so I'm gonna make sure I can renovate. Um, yeah, I think it's more important. Yeah. Okay. Gordon remembers. So there was a guy that got up to like 40 to 50 wood. His entire game was just setting up brushwood, carpenter, build a million rooms to win house steward. It was insane. They're saving up for the wooden bank, but yes, yes, indeed. Oh, that'd be hilarious. No, I mean red's just completely lost. Red's not building, never growing. It's pretty bad, but Teal is going to just get to grow rapidly this game, so that's an issue. But oh, it's very weird. Don't get me wrong. I mean, red was not supposed to take wood there. The wood was just absolutely a trap for red, but they went right into the trap. So I think I might get to open next round with 3 pigs. That's going to be pretty awesome. Like I really don't know who's taking the pigs on me at this point because like purple can't hold them, which by the way is like the big issue I think for purple playing big country this way. Like purple's inability to take the pigs and hold them profitably here is like really a downside. Like I would not rush big country this way, but red's gonna absolute dominate me in the tiebreak. Could be. I'm not afraid of losing to red. I'm still afraid of losing to purple and teal here. Um, Purple and teal could definitely beat me, but I also have like I have a pretty decent game going still. Like it's not great, but if I get to go like next round, I could take Reed and renovate. Annoyingly, I'm like 1 stone short of what I'd really like to do. Like next round, taking Reed Stone Food and renovating Joinery with Wood Expert would be the real like that'd be excellent. I might next round, I guess. No, I want to take the pigs too bad next round. God, and I want to play Plow Driver. I really don't have enough actions actually. I probably have to settle for Plow Driver being just 3 fields, which is a disappointment. But 3 pigs is like so much value next round. It also means that I also can play Truffle Slicer. If I get 3 pigs, like I renovate Hearth, take 3 pigs, Reedstone Food, renovate Truffle Slicer, and then once I start finally taking wood in the late game, I'm getting extra points from it. Like that's not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be great, but this muckrake is still gonna be pretty good eventually. Like I my game's still pretty good. I'm gonna have a pretty decent farm and I have some decent point ceiling. Especially if I could get the joinery. But it's still gonna be hard to like actually get 50 points on this farm and purple still has like purple's on path to a 50-point big country game, presumably. And then nothing's really gone wrong with Teal's game either. Besides, they have no long-term food still, but I mean, Teal's getting like unobstructed grow to 5, even in a late grow game. So I don't know. We'll see, but I have concerns. I have concerns. Also, I wound up in a normal time game, and some of these players really are thinking hard. I mean, I thought hard during the draft. Purple's starting. Well, that's a bummer. Why are you starting purple? Education bonus. Wow, that's baffling. That's like actually baffling. You can't get the field, so you're starting for a stone and a veg? I mean, I guess a stone and a veg for a miner's okay. And your start player? What are you trying to start for? Like, I feel like you need that later, not now, but whatever. Teal is going to just build another room and then grow this round and next round. So, good for them. I'm renovating to a hearth. That is going to slightly feed Teal's charcoal burners, so congrats, buddy. But I think I need this. And then, yeah, I really want 3 pigs next round. they're just gonna keep starting. That'd be funny. I mean, it'd be a little sad, but it'd be funny. But yeah, I'm gonna take pigs. Teal's probably opening next round 6 clay. Also, there is a harpooner in the draft still. I wonder if Teal actually has harpooner. Teal having harpooner would be a really obnoxious way for them to get out of this food issue because they could just play harpooner and then with supply boat harpooner is pretty sick. So we'll see. I mean, Teal's in a very strong spot growing this much this fast. Purple, big country is still just annoying. Although purple's food's gonna get kind of bad, right? Like purple can build a fireplace and eat sheep, but like cube cutter and all these ox and this education bonus, I mean, I guess they have well food. Like it's not gonna be that bad, but purple's gonna have feeding problems for the last 2 harvests if they're gonna keep cube cutting and playing ox. But we'll see. You don't think purple's doing as well? I agree that purple's not doing as well as they could be. But the problem is big country not doing as well as they could be is still purple's still at 21 points with a lot of actions and like I don't know, right? It's still pretty absurd. Like cows flip here, so I mean there's so much animals and so much food in this game. We got max animals this game. Oh hey, I got my veggie delivered to me. I forgot I was getting veggies delivered to me. Veggies delivered to me is huge for me, actually. Like, this saves me actions. I forgot this was happening. But small greenhouse is huge here. That's excellent, actually. That helps my points out quite a bit. A mediocre big country is still like 41 to 43. Yeah. It looks like purple wants to renovate. So that's a bummer because purple's going to renovate and crush my dreams. But so be it. I do get 3 pigs, so it's kind of dumb that Big Country just feeds a 2-person house for 3. Oh, Big Country is very dumb. None of us disagree. Oh, this is unfortunate. Red's finally building, and the reason this is unfortunate is because it's finally going to trigger Pastor for purple, and they can take my joinery. So I might lose joinery here, which is not the dream. I did not want to see this, but Red does at least build all their stables, which is correct. They definitely needed to do that. But this is going to be a bummer. I'm going to lose out. Going to lose out on the joinery to purple is my guess. Reno join. Although purple could double Reno. Maybe this is just Reno fireplace. This could be Reno fireplace and then Reno again. Oh, it's pottery. Okay, I'm fine with that too. You can have the pottery. I did not need the pottery. I would love to snag the joinery. Yeah, my round is 3 stone, 2 reed, so I can run out joinery next round. That's the new plan. New plan. Turn rest plow for teal is sweet. So plow pressure is also not that high, so that's good for me because I do need a couple extra plows. Yeah, I'm going to take 3 stone here. I mean, 3 stone is also stone oven otherwise. Like, I either get joinery or stone oven this way. Red starting, that sucks. Red, you don't have to start to grow. Bro, you don't have to do this. Don't do this. Wow, swing plow. Okay, plowing is super free. Also, red actually is using most of this wood, so congrats. Yeah. I take reed here and just continue ignoring wood. It's crazy. God damn it, teal does have the harpooner. Well, team, we tried. We tried to hopefully food starve him, but now Teal has food. Teal has food. Oh, sad days. Do I get 2 cows next round? Is there any scenario where I get 2 cows? That'd be awesome. 2 cows, Reno. God, I'm still not taking wood. Still not taking wood, but 2 cows would be pretty sweet. I guess I can't breed. Yeah, I can't breed. I only have room to breed 2 types. Cows don't really matter yet, actually, I guess, until I can fence. I probably am supposed to finally just take a wood pile next round. There's just no pressure on wood, though, either. It's just an insane game. God, do I really need to read? I could get totally... Well, Teal probably doesn't need to reno with that high of priority. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty clear I want to renovate, which is the big unfortunate part. Like, everybody else knows I want to renovate. If they've been paying a lick of attention. So I could get pretty screwed on the plow driver plan, which is a big bummer, but then again, I mean, Teal's being offered a big wood stack also. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still in a good spot, but not great. I mean, breeding animals is at least really helpful. Like, I don't need food here. Oh, I kind of do need food if I play plow driver though. That's awkward. Oh, but then joinery. Although I don't actually have wood for joinery. Oh, but furniture maker. God, it might all work out. It might work out. We might be able to make it all work. I don't know. It's a little. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Lot to do on this farm. Red is gonna grow first action. Great. They really don't know what's up, but that's fine. Steam machine. Red is gonna use up all their wood. Red is gonna use all their wood, so it's cool. Okay, can I afford to take the cows? If I take the cows, I can't breed everything. I really would like to like hold the extra sheep still is the thing. We'll think about it. Ah, that's why they wanted pottery. They have recycled brick. Okay, that's pretty good. Don't I need wood defense? I eventually need wood defense. Yeah, I gotta take wood eventually, but it's not a priority at the moment. I could get wood later. There's infinite wood with wood cart. Like, I probably take wood here, but I'm gonna be very tempted to just renovate joinery here. Like, renovate joinery is very important to me. I guess there's still just the stone oven, but I think the joinery is just better. Also, 2 cows is still like crazy good. Like, it's just throwing away the sheep and taking the cows here has to be also like really on the mind. Like, just ignoring wood for another round. Like, I could just take cows, reno joinery, play. Well, I can't reno. Wow. Okay. Well, cool story. Cool story. That sucks. That just sucks that yeah, the tempo on renovation this game, everybody wants to reno rapidly. I mean, this is for BMW because they're gonna be hungry. Or they're taking the joinery on me. God damn it. Teal! You don't actually have wood! I don't understand. I get stone oven at least, but what the fudge? I mean, there's still a lot of wood in the game, and Teal has a lot of actions, but like, I Teal doesn't even have the wood to freaking harpoon at the moment. Like, I don't. I'm salty about that one. I don't actually think that's good for Teal. I don't think that's actually good for Teal. Like, the cows go, which makes enough sense too. God damn it. Uh, red starting to red start playering just so they could grow first action is really annoying. Like, I went last this round. Purple's I'm probably losing this game. This game is not broken well for me. Like, just everything is just going bad. I can't plow driver on time. I can't do anything on time. Chimney sweep made its way to purple because of course this did. Like, red drafted like a loon. Uh, Teal does wheel the wood at least. I probably take wood here, right? What else am I doing? I just take my wood. Then my wood needs are done, and then I plow. Life sucks now. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. I don't even have that much food in my game. Yeah, I gotta take more. I just take more wood, and I can just fence. I also could just fence and be done with it. Fence 13. Yeah. Okay, I at least get to renovate stone oven next round, so that's pretty good. Um, I don't actually have the food to ock here, so that's annoying. I probably should just regular plow. I actually don't think fences matters at the moment. Like, what am I gonna do with the fences next round? I mean, I guess there's eventually fence pressure, but I think I'm supposed to get a plow in. Like, I'd still like to get like. Well, I guess maybe I'm only going for 3 fields now. Maybe it's better just to fence 13 and 3 field this game. I'm only gonna get a 2 field plow driver. Ugh, this is gross, but that's probably correct. Hey, Chris Ho. This game's not broken well for us. Red's a bad player. Purple's doing big country. Teal's been handed the world partly because of that. Everything's been misery for a couple rounds. Well, that's not. It's not been totally misery, but we have not been able to do. We haven't got any breaks really this game. Um, our woodcart game plan was pretty bad because the wood is just insane. Everything's bad. You were watch. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Anyhow, do I plow or do I fence? Plow or fence? Plow or fence? Plow or fence? Oh, nice. Well, enjoy the airport life. Plow or fence? Do 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 do. I'm gonna say plow. I'm gonna go from. I think I'm still fencing tight and hoping for more plows. I think that's gotta be a good way to get points this game still. But yeah. Nobody really does want more wood, which is unfortunate. Like the rest of the wood in the game probably does go to Teal, but I mean Teal's fences are gonna take forever. Like I'm really annoyed that Teal took joinery. Like I just don't actually think it was very good for him. But God, it was excellent for me, so whatever. I don't think Teal needed to fence block me or needed to Reno block me this round either. Does still get BMW. It's probably fine, but God, did he have to Reno? Did he really? I mean, it hurt me, so whatever. It might get him second place. He might still get first place. Purple doesn't have that great of. It depends if growth flips here, but if growth doesn't flip, Teal probably wins. Also, am I starting for growth? Do I have any chance to beat purple if purple like doesn't squat start? Purple's chimney sweep is annoying. Purple's still cube cutting. Does purple have enough food? Oh, pottery is actually pretty good food for them. And they still have a well food or two. And they still get a veg next time they ock. Yeah, I mean, purple's probably just too far ahead still, too. We'll see. We'll see. We'll do what we can. Do what we can. Plauso does flip, so that's welcome to see. Plauso flipping's very good for us. Purple probably re-up start, assuming they have a minor. If they don't re-up start, I'm very tempted to start player on them, but they do. So then I think this round probably is just renovate and plow driver. Field fences for purple? Wow. And they didn't use that previously. That's crazy. I guess they didn't have the food for it earlier, but like that's wild, but it's a good miner. It's a very good miner. Purple now can take animals. Yeah, that part's true, Sean. I forgot that he had 3 wood coming from cultivator here. 3 wood from cultivator is good. And the stone does work out. The stone counts work out for him. So unfortunately, Reno Joinery maybe was his best action. And it certainly makes me miserable. So these things happen. These things happen. I'm hoping to get Plow Sow next round, though. Teal shouldn't need Plow Sow next round. So I probably am getting a free Plow Sow. I'd love 2 cows next round also. But yeah, what's this round? This round should, I guess, be fencing. This round should be fence, Reno, plow driver. Fence, Reno, plow driver. No, I'm not fencing big. I'm fencing tight. Fencing tight for sure. My food's gonna become just a little tight. Yeah, I'll make it. How many fields am I hoping to get? I'm hoping to get 5 fields still. I think that's worth going for. All right. Can anybody else renovate? No. Nobody can renovate. So yeah, I think just fence then. Just get the fences done. Yeah. Get the fencing done. Renovate with a stone oven. Play plow driver. Purple Ken with his chimney sweep. Oh, Purple Ken renovate. Oh, that's right. Oh, gross. Oh, yeah. Purple should take the pigs over renovate. You'd think, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we're fencing tight, Chris. So we have a muck rake, and I have a plow driver, and I think I get plow sow next round. Fuck. God damn it. I missed that he could do this. Well, shit, team. The reno pressure this game was insane. When's the last time you've been in a game where everybody effing wants to renovate early when you have plow driver manservant? Nobody else even has a reason. Ugh. Ugh. All right, whatever. Whatever. We did that to ourselves. But it sucks. It sucks a lot. Oh my god. Purple, why the hell don't you want 2 pigs? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh my god. Yeah, everybody's super high on canoe. I took and was maybe gonna use canoe this game, but then it was late growth, so I don't know. But yeah, I could have had canoe harpooner myself and just pushed growth like a madman. Although teal still like, I don't know. This feels like a game. I'm slightly on tilt, admittedly, but like this feels like a game where I just don't win anyhow. Like it just doesn't feel like a game where there was any ways this was gonna break. But I am not taking enough time, Lumen. You're right. I was supposed to pay attention to the chimney sweep. I just glanced around, looked at resources. So I mean that was bad. And so I'm misreading what people are up to. So whatever. I'm playing bad at the moment too. Playing bad at the moment. Um. Yeah. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? One option is I can play. I can play seed seller. Although, is that even better than just manually taking a grain? Probably not. I can manually take a grain, assuming I'm going to get plow sow. Assume I get plow sow next round. Purple has a cube cutter. Yeah, for sure. Purple has a cube cutter. I hope for plow sow, so I take a grain. What else do I do? I take a pig. I mean, pigs are good for food. What else do I do this round? I guess I could just play plow driver. I mean, everybody knows I want to do it still. Guess I'm going to take the grain. Is plow driver even worth it? I mean, it's a field. It's still a 2-point awk, but I have so many 2-point actions probably. I don't know. Also, can we wheel? Can we wheel plow sow next round? Do I have to first action plow sow, or can I take 2 cows if they come to me? There's a chance I could wheel plow sow, right? Red should want regular plow with swing plow. Teal could take plow sow, but it's a 1-point action. We'll see. We'll see, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not playing the best, but it also, yeah, it just feels like the guy after the big country and after the weak player, like just what am I supposed to do about Teal's game when red's just not growing and I don't want to grow and purple's not want to grow? I also could just take a single cow here, I guess. It's another thought, but I think I got to try to high roll to win this game. Like I got to try to high roll just not to take third here. So I still just play plow driver. Do I have enough food just to play plow driver? I might have to just take the boars. I take the boars, take the cows, and I'm just not renovating. I'm just not plow driving. God, not plow driving this game. Such a failure of the game plan. Such a failure of the game plan. Such a failure of the game plan, which is a lot of my own fault. I'm supposed to. Although, how much is? I mean, this. It's my fault I didn't reno this round. Not renovating was really bad. I'm supposed to renovate. It was probably unlikely that red was going to fence, although red was probably going to plow because of swing plow. So I probably was supposed to renovate and then fence. So I cost myself there, but I really don't know if I was able to get plow. I don't know if I was able to get in the reno queue earlier than that. Like purple forcing their way into the reno queue is obnoxious for me. Teal choosing to renovate last round and lock up the joinery is like fine, but also obnoxious that's their best move and they can afford to pass on 6 wood. Like it's just one of the, like that's where I say the game just doesn't break my way, right? Like there's so many games where people have to take 6 wood and my wood cart actually provides me more value, and there's so many games where I get to just renovate, but not this one. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think I'm just not plow driving, right? I agree. I think plow driver just dies. I think it's just not worth playing plow driver. But that does mean I was supposed to fence bigger. But I guess it's not that big of a deal difference. Fence 13 is only 1 point better than fence 12 tight. So, oh well. Yeah, that's probably true, Chriso. I'm probably supposed to be able to beat purple. Like purple's game still doesn't look great, but I probably am just not supposed to be able to beat teal. Like, but we'll see. We'll see what I can achieve from here. Next round, the dream is like 2 cows, start player plow sow into another plow sow. Or maybe grow plow sow, something like that. I mean, we'll see how lucky I get. I mean, I at least have a 6 point. Like, I have a lot of high point moves left, so that part's the good news. But well, team, the pair of cows is gone. That's fair. Oh, he undoes it. He undoes it. He undoes it. Oh, is he really gonna reno in front of me next round? That'd be cool. Nope, he undoes that too. Okay, he doesn't know what he's doing. That's great. I guess Teal's actually probably opening fences next round. Teal fencing next round looks pretty good for him. Um, he also probably should just be fishing to just make that tempo real slick, but he is gonna take the cow. Boo. Boo. Well, that sucks. That also sucks. Oh well. I obviously want plow sow, and I don't actually care about a lot else on this board anymore. I mean, I want a reno at some point, but it's not important. Teal is gonna fence. That makes sense. I eventually want that cow action. Start player muckrake is also quite good. The real question is, can I green out start player muckrake into wheeling plow sow and then either cow or reno? And I think the answer is yes. I mean, teal would be crazy to plow sow. Red shouldn't plow sow. Purple can't plow sow. Yeah, there's really no pressure on plow sow. I should be able to get away with this. So I'm gonna try to get away with this. I'm just paying a wood. No reason to pay a food. Yeah, no reason to pay a food. Yeah, so just do that. Just do that. Then yeah, we should just plow sow and renovate this round. Actually, renovating might not even be that important this round. Well, I could lose stone oven or something. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to still renovate. And then I want to take growth next round. I mean, I'm trying to beat purple at this point, right? Like, trying to beat purple is still the real goal. I guess purple could take the cow here. But that's a 3-point cow for me still, so like that cow is very important. Purple has another ock in order to get a veggie. Okay, that's fine. Scythe worker, grain veg action. Okay, yeah. I mean, purple's probably, I can't catch them. I mean, they still have 2 points of cube cutting. They still have probably like 2 points worth of chimney sweep. They still have like 2 points for recycled brick. Yeah, I mean, purple's still on path to like a 50. So, teal can take my stone oven. So, do I have to reno stone oven here? Probably. Yeah, I think I have to. Think I have to respect that threat. Red could take plow sow on me, but I guess I just open next round plow sow and it doesn't matter. It's still the same difference. Or like it's still the same thing at that point, so I definitely don't want to consume that, so yeah, what a gross game though. I'm gonna get like a 40. Teal's gonna try to reno. I think so too, Chris Ho, but like I don't think I can risk it. I mean, I think I'm getting third regardless, right? Like purple's clearly going to get like nearly a 50. Teal's also gonna get nearly a 50. I'm aiming for 40 here, so like you'd go cow and plaso. Meh, I don't think that's better. Like I think I just have so many like 3-point actions coming my way that well, I mean I chose to prioritize one 3-point action I could lose. Like I'm definitely renovating, right? So then the question is what am I renovating with? I'm either renovating the stone oven or I could get screwed. I don't think it's worth risking getting screwed, but maybe it was. If I'm teal though, I'm not trying to renovate, right? Like teal shouldn't be renovated. Teal should have just built the stone oven. It's like I think so at least. Maybe I mean, it's one action to pick up stone and then reno, so it's a 2-point action, and I guess they're running low on actions. But it also gives the reason that I'm not that interested in renovating this teal is because it gives my opponent 1 point, so it's really only 4 points to renovate, while the stone oven is 3. So like, I don't know, but whatever. I am taking plow sow here as much as I want that cow action. Gotta plow sow. Teal's just going to get their animal types. That makes sense. We did at least read the plow sow pressure correct. Nobody cared. Could be a half-timbered house. Yeah, that's possible. That would be gross. That'd be extra gross too. Everything's gross. That's the answer, team. Everything is gross. Everything is awful. But oh well. All right, how do I make points? I want a cow. I want plow sow and I want family growth. The resources look suspicious. I think it's partly just luck, Econ Sean, right? Like he just gets read and I just threw him the wood, right? Like I mean, if he was counting on somebody building the stone oven, which I guess he probably could have been, but I'm guessing it's mostly coincidence. on the half timbered house front, but it definitely could be a half timbered house, right? Like I know the least about his hand, so could be a half timbered house. Private forest wood is also coming in. Gotcha. It's true. It's true. And then he didn't take 2 stone last round because he knew he wanted 3 stone, 3 stone. That does make sense actually. That makes a disappointing amount of sense. Well, we're getting a third place here, and Red's taking 3 stone. Well, that helps. That helps. Teal's half timbered house is a lot harder to hit that way. So thanks, Red. Red does. I did hand Red fence, so that's nice of me. Red still is gonna get mid 30s. I'm not that far ahead of Red here either, which is unfortunate. All right, I should wheel plow sow again next round without too much difficulty. So I probably just open growth. I mean, am I ever beating again? Am I ever beating purple though? Like I just don't think it matters. I don't think I can beat. I can barely get 40, right? I'm barely breaking 40. So I mean, purple and teal are clearly just beating me. So I'm just losing some elo here. It's gonna happen. Teal takes the other cow, which makes sense. Definitely was the right play for them. Do I want to eat a veg? Eating a veg is just like eating a point for 4 food, which is just more efficient than my other food sources. So the answer is yes, I do want to do that. I guess actually eating the pigs is eating 1 point for 6 food, and I have 1 extra sheep. I have 1 extra pig. I maybe should have thought about that longer, but this admittedly is my bad. I have already mentally checked out. I've already mentally assigned myself third place, so I'm not min maxing like I should, and that has been costing me for quite a few rounds already too. So that's always bad. You should not do this to yourself. All right. Okay, I think I'm still supposed to just take growth here. Taking growth blocks one of red's point moves. It blocks one of purple's point moves. I probably get plow sow back. I probably don't get the cow back, but you managed to come in at the end. It's fine. This is not a this one was not a great game. This was a game of not a lot of things going well, particularly correctly for us. Some of it is probably my own fault, not paying attention to what other people were doing. A little bit of it is the game just not quite breaking the way I wanted it to. But these things happen. So these things happen. Okay, I can eat a sheep, and I can eat a pig, and I can eat 2 grain. That sure sounds like I have exactly enough food where growth is a 3 point action, Plateau is a 3 point action, cow is a 3 point action. I never get grow back, so let's take that one first. I'm probably not getting the cow back. Purple probably takes the cow. Although purple could maybe take the boar, but whatever. I probably still get plow sow back, although red can take plow sow also. Yeah, red could plow sow on me. But then I get plow back at least. I don't know. whatever. Whatever. Only so much we can do in this position. We just basically just yeah, doing what we can, but it's not pretty. Yep, red is gonna take plus, so ugh. Oh well. Had to drop off for a moment. What transpired? Nothing great, Chris O. Nothing great. Everything's pretty ugly still. It's pretty much where it's been. Everything's pretty ugly still. We're hoping for third. That's where we're at. Did we get Plauso blocked? Did we pass on it? I took Plauso last round, and then I just start playered also, and I was hoping to wheel Plauso, but I did not wheel Plauso. So these things happen. I do get the cow back. Purple decides to go for stable, takes wood for stables instead of taking the cow, which I don't actually think that makes a lot of sense. They had 5 wood, so they had 2 stables. So the wood is a 2-point action. I mean, I guess the cow is a 2-point action. And the wood blocks teal. They're trying to win the game. Meh, sure. You see, got it. Yeah, I mean, Plauso, yeah, we don't have a cow yet. We did not get cows. Cows have not come to us. Now they do. And I should always get plow back at least, so, like, whatever. We definitely need to reorganize our animals later into the correct spots, but we'll do that. Winning's overrated? Yeah. Cow's been 3 all along. Yeah. You root against Big Country even when you're not playing it? Yeah, that's fair. Anyhow, yeah. I mean, we're just gonna take plow on the wheel here. Why do I need to reorganize? Because of muckrake. I need to actually put my animals in the right spots for muckrake. I'm hiding 2 muckrake points at the moment. I'm actually at 39. Um, my animals are not. Yeah, my animals are not in the right spots, but I have 39. You're unfamiliar with muckrake. Okay, yeah, muckrake. Muckrake, you need to have 1 unfenced stable holding exactly 1 sheep, 1 1 boar, 1 cow. You get 1 point for each of those that you have. So currently, I have a boar is giving me 1 point on muckrake, but I don't have the sheep point and I don't have the cow point. Yeah, muckrake's 1 point. So I'm hiding 2 on muckrake at the moment. So I'd have to reorganize them. But yeah. Stockman, ooh, Stockman for purple is a good reason to take the wood. That's annoying. Stockman's quite clever for purple here. Stockman into stables is very neat. Yeah, that's very cool. Purple's food is a little ugly, but all right. I just plow, and I take my 3rd place. Teal is gonna renovate. Probably not with half timbered house unless they're taking stone as as their actions, which they could be. We'll plow here. Ending with only 3 fields means I should have fenced 13. Not fencing 13 is pretty sad, but it's what we did. Not getting plow driver onto the team, not getting manservant on the team is all pretty bad. Ending at a 41 is pretty sad. Yeah, definitely was supposed to navigate this better. Really, the problem is failing to get Plow Driver down. Like, Plow Driver was supposed to just be like a 6-point action on Reno, right? I'm supposed to renovate, like, I was supposed to be able to renovate in round 9 and play a 6-point Plow Driver, but losing my 6-point action and having to replace it with, like, a 2-point action means that I'm just like 4 points lower because I didn't get Plow Driver out remotely on time. So, that hurts, but I think that still means I get 45, even if I, like, renovated what I wanted to. So not a lot I can do about that. Red does get closer than I would like them to be. Like, given that red took a beggar and did other stuff, the fact that red also is getting this close is annoying, but that's the power of swing plow, I guess. A lot of the power of swing plow really is. Well, and red did get. It's the power of swing plow, and red got stupidly efficient wood actions. But then just, yeah, never grew, so. You're not sure we gained a ton from fencing when we did? Oh, I mean, that round I was clearly supposed to renovate and then play plow driver and fence. Obviously, yeah. Like I definitely also messed up round 12, but that was only a 2 field plow driver, so that's only a 4 point move that I lost out on. So like I'm still complaining about the reno pressure earlier. Like the fact that I got pushed back on renovate in the fact that both purple and teal wanted to renovate so badly in the mid game in front of me is just unfortunate. Like a lot of times that's the period of the game where people have to fight for family growth, they have to fight for big wood stacks, they have to fight for food or animals. Nope. They could fight for renovation. They could first action reno. So like that's partly why I say this game still just had bad breaks though for sure. Like I can't do anything about that. Also, yeah, the pottery like this is not even the right growth, and it's still just a big country win, right? Like big country small scale is so dumb for big country, and then also like pastor they got to snag the well. Pottery is great for them with recycled brick. Chimney sweep's amazing also. Like this is a 3.2 stone chimney sweep. Like you just can't beat big country and double late growth sometimes, right? And that's just how it goes. But bad big country, like big country is a lot of why this game doesn't go right for me, right? If there's no big country in this game, I also maybe still just win because I have the plow driver. I have a sneaky way to grow. I have like a good plan. But the fact that there's no grow pressure from the other strong player means the only strong player at the table right in front of me gets to build a million rooms, super pressure. Like, I don't know. I guess I also maybe I'm supposed to just let red have the food and I'm supposed to build the first room in round 4. Like, that avoids some of the problems that came later, but that's also insane, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. This feels like one of the rare games where I'm not actually convinced I had a better line. Like this is one of those rare games where I I think things also just were just always going to go bad, but who knows for sure. Again, I definitely cost myself some points by not paying attention, so you aren't. Yeah. I agree that Big Country is still very annoying. Big Country and Begging Student are both still very annoying. But hey, I've been meaning to kick off the ban list discussion again soon. We're near the end of arena season, so I'd like to have the list updated for the next arena season. So I will probably be posting soon and encouraging other people to post their thoughts so that we can hopefully next season we could maybe enjoy a season without begging students and enjoy a season without begging student and without big country. But hard hard lighting Reno could have been good in late growth. Yeah, that's possible. I could have just renovated to a stone room with this hand. I could have just pushed hard for plow driver manservant and just not freaking grown. Um, just never grown and just also go 2 rooms. I mean, God, teal would have the easiest growth ever, but then I try to get the stone for a stone room. I mean, especially if I actually kept the hard porcelain in the draft, that could have been pretty interesting. Um, Although Reno doesn't flip till round 6, so that also makes it annoying. But yeah, that was an option. I mean, that's part of what made the game so annoying, right? Is that Teal got to build room in 5 and 6. I had to start player into build into start player in order to get my growth. I mean, that's what cost me a lot too. It's possible I'm supposed to just say, screw it, Teal, you can grow twice in front of me, and I will just build a room and not have to do that many start player actions. It's possible that goes better for me too. I mean, part of why Teal has such a strong game is because he didn't have to start player for his growth, and a lot of why I got like a lot of problems for me came from the fact like that's part of the bad breaks I'm talking about. Like the build queue and stuff was just awful for me. But you were still thinking 3 room. See, so that's part of the problem, Gordon. Like, I guess I just don't fight for growth, is what you're saying. Instead, I build my room and then I start renovating, and I just don't fight for growth. That it turns out that does go better. I don't have to. I just let teal grow in front of me. I probably lose. The problem is I still probably lose to teal with that. I mean, I have a better game, but I'm not sure I beat teal down that line, right? Like, I'm not sure that wins, but Begging Student's too good, but at least it leads to fun plays. I mean, lots of people have fun playing with Big Country, so I mean, whatever. Hopefully, we get more stats. We're not getting more stats, so you're not going to see that. You look. I mean, obviously, Big Country and Begging Student sometimes finish third and fourth. Like that's obviously not that's gonna happen. But oh, I mean, look, I find Big Country dull, as do many, but there are plenty of players that still have fun. Trust me, there's a couple people that jump into the forum saying how they have fun with Big Country and don't want to see it banned. But anyhow, Crystal Maiden's on a great run. Crystal Maiden's our newest strong player on the scene here. Crystal Maiden's up to third, up to 1800. I obviously am struggling to break that 1800 barrier. This third place certainly doesn't help things, but that was a rough game, rough table. I mean, this is part of the problem at the end of the season. Trying to make a push at the end of the season can always be a little rough too, because sometimes the tables tighten up as other people stop playing less. But also, whatever. I didn't play my best there. The game didn't break. I didn't have the right seating order, etc. These things all happen. So, what can you do? The thing I don't want to see, but I'm going to go check, is I'm a bit worried that Red passed the Big Country, and that I'm gonna just be really mad about that game. And basically, I just sat in the wrong seat. But it's very conceivable to me that Red passed Big Country. Red first picked a swing plow, so they at least made that part correct. But okay, they didn't pass Big Country, fortunately. The downside is Big Country did just, hit the nuts in the draft, but that happens. That happens. Small scale farmers, their first pick. Small scale Big Country. Yep. Small scale Big Country is a pretty sweet start. Pretty sweet start. And then field fence is Stockman. That's all pretty. You find a pastor. Life is good. Oh well, these things happen. These things happen. Okay. Anyhow. Interested to see Rangenet in 8th. Seems like a lot more competition. Yeah. What a dumb Big Country pack. Pastor and Pattern Maker for the wheel. Oh yeah. No, I mean, look, it was just a strong Big Country draft. Like first off, small scale farmers. Cultivator's probably, I guess, the very best card for Big Country, but Small Scale Farmer's like one of the better Big Country cards. And then Pastor's great, Pattern Maker's great, Stockman's pretty good. Like they got past a lot of other good stuff in the draft. They played it well, but like they got double late growth. I mean, like again, at a certain point, what is anybody else supposed to do in a double late growth game? Like you got to break 54. Like okay. I mean, yeah. Hit the nuts sounds painful, yeah. You recall in 2 of our 3 games I've hit it. Oh, look, I sometimes get everything I want to, so, like, it'll happen again, too. Like, whatever. This is just how it goes sometimes. It's just disheartening to be in these games where due to skill levels, due to hands, due to whatever, it's not clear that I could have avoided 3rd place to me. Like, I really don't know what sequence of like rational decisions leads to me beating Teal. I just really don't know. But imagine people thinking it all evens out in the long run makes it a fine experience. Yeah, Leuven, obviously people in the forums certainly have driven me a bit insane with some of their arguments. Because yeah, games like this are just very disheartening. Teal got like everything they could have wanted this game, right? Like Teal in particular has to be very frustrated about this game. Like they got late growth, which sucks, but they did get to just grow a ton because nobody else was in the queue. They played a really good, like pretty good game overall, right? Like they tried to get points early. They made a pretty farm. They did what they could. And they scored 52 in a double late growth game, and they lost. Like because one player was just playing a completely different game. Like, yeah, it's very disheartening, like, and frustrating to be in these games sometimes where you really don't have a chance. And yes, it evening out in the long run is not it's not a good argument for keeping the card around. So whatever. hopefully we can get a lot of people to comment. Hopefully we can ban Big Country and begging students, and next season will be even more exciting and fun. There are also, I mean, people are just playing way better on average too, right? I mean, it's becoming a lot harder to win games because people are making less mistakes. Like, I'm not actually sure BGA Freak gave me a lot of opening in that game by doing anything wrong. So that also made life very hard. And then yeah, I'm not sitting in the right seat to be benefiting from whatever the heck Red was up to. And yes, I'm also just not in the right game. Like, the Reno pressure was bad for me. The growth queue, build queue was bad for me. The lack of wood tightness is awful for me. Like, I first pick a wood cart and instead the game features freaking cultivator, woodcutter, small scale farmer, like pastor, like we wood expert, like we we there was just infinite wood in the game, so the wood cart was like the wood cart was awful, right? The wood cart was actually quite awful. It barely did anything. I think I took wood twice with wood cart. So like that's also awful. My first pick miner turns out to be utter trash. Other people first pick swing plow, field fences, big country, like. So there's also sometimes you just don't have the right pack, but that was a disappointing game of Agricola, but they do happen. So whatever, we'll have fun ones again in the future. But yep, that one was not what I was looking for, not what I was hoping for, but they happened. I didn't play the best. I got a third. I'm not actually sure I could have avoided third though, so at least I don't feel that bad. I didn't like throw away a win at least, but anyhow, another game. Nah, I have D&D later. I should play with my dog a bit, etc. So I'm gonna head off. I might stream one on Thursday or Friday. We'll see. You just got here. Nah, sorry, I'm about to head off. But yeah, thanks all for hanging out, chatting. Yeah. Sunday there is Diplo Terra Mystica or something, basically a cross between Terra Mystica and Diplomacy on the Terra Mystery Cat stream. Uh, they haven't announced all the players yet, but I am playing in that, so that'll be fun on Sunday. You guys can check that out. It's 1 p.m. Central U.S. time on Sunday, so there'll be some nonsense wheeling and dealing in Terra Mystica. We'll see how that cross goes. I'm not totally sure what to expect yet, but it'll be interesting. So you wish you didn't know the result, you would watch the VOD. I mean, sorry. You can still watch the VOD. But yeah. Anyhow, thanks all for hanging out chatting. It's been good. Yeah, I'll see people around. Later.